Think we're back. Um, Give it a test. Let's make sure everything's okay.
Mic test 1 2 1 2.
You sound all weird all of a sudden. What's happening?
Coach Z's got money, but not much.
Squarely blame it on tight pants.
I'm gonna puke my pants. Well, that's easy. First, you grab your pants. Cool. It's working for me.
All right, perfect.
I can hear. There's like no delay either on my PlayStation.
Yeah,
I can
like,
hear myself being
might
a terrible
be just
Coach
running
Z.
that YouTube video over and over again. Just who knows? Yeah, something.
Actually, that's smart. I should just have this on my PlayStation, and then I don't have to have the video up.
There you go.
Hey.
Perfect. All right, so yeah, welcome back.
Welcome.
This will be part 2, I guess. So we were just talking about Bloodstained, but we can kind of we can move on to our E3 stuff. E3 is kind of come and gone, but is there anything I can bring up for E3? How about just a picture? Did we do this last time?
What did we do last time?
Image of E3.
Yeah, we
way
tried.
Too tiny. I need a big one. Rather than just have a Bloodstained on my screen, I need something on my screen. Yeah, I can't believe Bloodstained is out. That's just out and.
Just choose that Fortnite one. That one looks great.
Fortnite one. I thought you were serious. I was about to. Does this work? Yep. Perfect. E3.
Hey.
Now let me scroll. Oh, that works. Kind of. Not really. There we go. Perfect. All right. So yeah, E3 is come and gone. But there's something that I don't. There's not much news going on at all in the past week. I've noticed nothing, that we want to talk about or anything significant that I noticed anyway. Obviously, you have some things you want to bring to the show. But yeah, there are some things that I noticed were missing from E3.
Yes.
I shouldn't say missing. I mean, some of these were missing because I think it was a pretty good E3. I mean, it wasn't the best, but
yeah,
Sony,
I think it was fine.
Speaking of missing things, Sony not being there was kind of a big one, but there were some good moments from every conference, I think. Like, maybe not all for me, but that's usually how E3 goes, so it was fun. But yeah, okay, we both brought a list that I don't know what's on his list or nothing, and I just have a bunch of some small things that it's not like we expected these things, but some of them are kind of big. We'll go back and forth on our stuff and see where the discussion goes. So yeah, what do you think was missing from E3 2019?
Okay, so one of the ones was kind of, I wrote in parentheses, not entirely a joke. Was actually Sony.
Oh yeah, same here. I wrote Sony. I thought that would be a good one to kind of
Yeah, like
honorable mention. Wasn't a surprise, but yeah.
Yeah, like the big issue is, I feel like Sony will be there next year. First of all.
Yeah. Right.
The only reason why they weren't here this year because they just be showing the same things, and
yeah. Kind of.
I understand. However, I would have rather seen those same things still, because that's what Microsoft is doing. Yep. That's what Nintendo's doing. And that kind of goes into one of my other things. These are in a random order. I almost said number 4, but it doesn't matter. Big surprises. There were no big surprises, I feel, really.
In the entirety of E3?
More or less, yes.
Keanu Reeves.
I don't care about that, unfortunately. It's cool, but that's not a.
I just mean what's like. I watched a couple reactions and stuff. I think that was the only moment of the entire E3 where everybody was like, "Oh my god!" and freaking out.
Yeah, but for example, Banjo. We kind of knew we were getting Banjo
or Secret Mana Collection.
Yeah, we saw that was got a trademark or whatever in Europe.
Yeah.
So
Final Fantasy VIII was a huge surprise for me, but also it was kind of leaked beforehand, but I didn't believe it. But that's why Steph wanted me to stream it live, and Oh, that's another stream, by the way, that kind of had issues with the video being choppy and stuff. But yeah. But anyways.
But yeah, so there are just a lot of bigger surprises just not there because, unfortunately or fortunately, we knew a lot about this E3 going in.
Right.
And so it was really cool to see games that we already knew about and get more clarity about these games. However, I would still like to see some real surprises.
Yeah. Sony was usually pretty good at that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Sony was doing things on their YouTube, like just every day randomly. They would just like, here's 10 videos of random trailers.
Right. What they could have totally not done the Death Stranding thing, like, what was that, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And just brought that out. As well as showed gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima, which we've never seen before. Yeah. I don't even know what that game is yet, so that would have been nice. Totally could have dropped at the end like a Horizon logo and just here's the new location or new whatever. Yeah, there was more than enough. And then third party stuff too, right? And then things I'm not even thinking about. But yeah. Yeah, Sony definitely had enough to bring for sure.
Yeah. So that
if
was
they wanted to go
unfortunate.
Drop bombs, they could show the next gen controller or do something crazy if they wanted to really go all out. But I mean, they'll save that stuff. But, yeah.
They'll save it for PSX.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that they're not gonna be there next year. Just not just to go against what you're saying, but also I just don't think. I think they're fine without it. But like they're gonna do fine. It's not worth the investment or the time for them. I want them there, but I don't. I think they're gonna be fine without it.
I don't know. I think that just not being there and how everyone was kind of saying that E3 felt kind of empty.
Yeah.
Like anyone who you listen to, it just felt very
because even Microsoft wasn't even on the floor. I guess they had their own building.
Yeah.
And then we had to walk across like a street or something to get there. And it's funny, even Phil Spencer, right? Is he the Microsoft guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said that Sony should have been there.
Yeah,
I saw that headlines everywhere. So yeah, he's like, it's empty without Sony. So.
Yeah, so I feel like because of that, if they do come back, when I'm gonna stick to this, they're coming back next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, but yeah.
When they come back, they'll come out with a bang and show more about the PS5 or whatever, and
I will
bring actual surprises.
I will give you, if they are going to come back, next year is definitely the year to do it. It's right before console launch, because it's going to be another 6 years before, or 7, or however long, get another one. So yeah. But I think they'll be fine without it. They'll just, I think E3 might even be going away. I don't know, because Microsoft could just do their own thing and have it on a different day, and
I hope
have
not.
That day.
I love E3.
Oh, me too. But I don't know. Having everybody compete on the same day for headlines and that, it makes sense to have it all spread out to their own things throughout the year.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it fun. This is a sport.
I know.
This is our Super Bowl.
So that's what I'm saying. I want them to be there. I want next year to go back to the way it was, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be the opposite. Microsoft won't be there or something.
Yeah. Pretty soon it will just be Nintendo.
Yeah. Sega will come out with a new console and it'll be just Sega and Nintendo.
I mean, they already are. They're doing their mini.
Yeah, well, I mean, sure. But like an actual console.
Yeah.
I actually had a friend the other day. I was going to mention this too, but I'll say that first. I went to his place 2 days ago, and I haven't been there yet. And he recently got a PlayStation for the first time in a long time, and a TV and everything, because he usually was into computer stuff, if at all, any games, like League of Legends or whatever. But yeah, you got a 66-inch 4K Sony television on the wall, and you got a PS4 Pro and Spider-Man. So I got to see Spider-Man for the first time, and that's the first time I've seen 4K or anything either, because I don't have anything, a nice setup or nothing. So I got to see a bit of that, and then him and his boyfriend were kind of busy cooking or whatever, so they were like, "Hey, you can play whatever you want." And he just bought Final Fantasy X as well, because he didn't even know that was out on like the remaster or whatever, which of course came out forever ago on PS3. But he's like, "Oh, I didn't even know that you could buy that on here, and it's a new version." I'm like, "Yeah, it's all redone in HD and that." So he bought that, and so he's like, "Go through the intro," because I just went through that game, or a bunch of that game, like a year ago on PS2, which tells you how long he hasn't had a modern PlayStation since then. So so I'm like, all right. So I went through the whole opening on 4K and upscaled, whatever, but it still looked amazing compared to my TV and that. And then, then I look at his games, and he's got, like I said, Spider-Man, GTA 5. He bought Fallout 4. I can't think, and some freebies or whatever. And he had Borderlands 2, and I told him about the Lilith expansion thing there for free. So what I played for like an hour, I just played a ton of Sonic Mania on the 4K TV. That was the thing I wanted to play, and it sounded awesome. He's got like a speaker bar and everything too, and I got pretty far into that. They didn't know it was 2 players because they were looking for co-op games for the 2 of them. And so I was mentioning a few things, and I was like, "Oh, Borderlands, you can do split screen." So, I was like, "In Sonic," and they're like, "No, we played that. You can't. It's not. There's no 2-player option." I'm like, "No, you just start playing. Just pick up the other controller." And so I showed them, and it worked. And
you
can jump around his tails. It's not quite. It's 2 players, but it's not quite like, you don't have full control, and somebody can outrun you, and then it'll kind of bring you back and all that. It's kind of like an assist character, but you can kill enemies and pick up rings and stuff. But then I was playing for a bit, went back to the title screen, unlocked a bunch of stuff. And there was a competitive mode, and the 3 of us played that for like a couple hours. That was fun. Best of 3, just racing to the end, but you can also try to beat them with getting more rings. Keep wanting to say coins, rings, or collect more items, or it was really competitive, but it was really fun. So I played some of that too. That was way more Sonic Mania than I played on my TV. So, but nice. What was I going to say about that though? I totally forget why I brought it up.
Sony. I don't remember. E3 stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
4K. PlayStation.
Yeah, okay. That probably wasn't that important. But that TV situation was amazing. Like I really need to get. I mean, that was a $1,500 TV, is what they were telling me. But I don't need that. But and 66 is pretty huge. But in my little living room, I got a 32, and I just need like a 42. I'll go bigger if I can afford it, and if there's a deal, maybe Black Friday or something, but we'll see.
Yeah, I have a 55 in my room, and 48
is there 48
in my living room.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was like 42 and then 50. That's what I assumed.
Maybe it's 50. I don't know. I have something smaller in my living room.
Gotcha. Yeah, maybe I can get a 50, but that seems so... Going from 32 to 50 just seems kind of... Not excessive, but just like... I'm so used to like... I don't know. If I can save $100 or 2 or something, I'll go 42, because that's still an upgrade. As long as it's 4K, I got to get ready for next gen. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. PS4 Pro I'd like to do, because with Cyberpunk and FF7 coming next year and stuff, I'd like to get the best I can get out of those too. Not to mention all my previous stuff will look better and run better, but we'll see. That's a lot of money. So. I'll probably get a trade-in thing, I guess. To get a Pro, but anyways, yeah. Let me throw one out here. Stuff missing from E3.
All right.
Here's a big one that I actually thought of last minute. It might be on your list. It should be on your list. But it's also one I don't have a lot to say about because I'm not... Well, I'll just say Rocksteady. Was that ever on your list?
It wasn't, but it should have been.
I know. It was a last-minute one for me. But I put it at the top because I was like, Rocksteady, how many years are we going to go by with not knowing what the hell they're working on?
This Superman game that's not a Superman game. It's actually a Batman game, but it's not a Batman game.
Yeah,
it's Justice League. I don't know.
Or
maybe
is it
they
just
didn't
another
show
Batman
up
game?
because it is Justice League and Avengers is coming and they're scared of it.
I didn't think of that. Why would they be... Oh, that's so weird, though. Because we knew that was coming. You'd think they would have announced it then earlier in the spring or something, or even last E3. We knew that Avengers was coming.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What the hell are they working on? Like, they're an amazing developer. Like,
yeah.
I only played Arkham Asylum. I played
it's the only good
completely.
One.
Is it? I don't know. I always hear good stuff
I
about
like
the
it
other
a lot.
Two, but yeah.
I like it the most just because of it's linear enough and like it's fun that way, whereas the other games I feel like are too big.
Well, that game came out a long time ago, and I do remember a lot of it, especially Joker at the end and everything. His transformation. And I remember the gameplay and like standing on the gargoyles and picking people up and whatever. And that was a long time ago, so it stuck with me. Probably because it's the only Batman game at the time. Like that was amazing, you know. And I never got around to playing the second one. I always wanted to play the third, but I think because I never played Arkham City, I didn't want to play the third. But also every time it went on sale, there was other things I would get. So it's like, I don't know if I can just jump into the Arkham Knight, but I kind of do want to play that one.
You can't really. I feel
it continues from the second one.
Yeah.
So it's
like it's all over.
There's a collection, mind
arcing story.
I just don't know if I want that much Batman. You know, to go through a second one just so I can play the third. It's like, nah, I'm good. I'm okay. But yeah, I hear awesome things about that trilogy. I guess there's 4 of them, but I think another company did a Batman Origins or something. Man.
So FYI, if you can hear rain, it's heavy raining right now.
Oh yeah.
So like
hopefully it's
I
not
can
thunder.
hear it, so if you hear it in the mic, that's what that noise is.
No, I don't hear nothing. So
okay, cool.
how's the stream looking, by the way? I want to make sure everything.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing bad has happened.
Cool.
That's but I'm sitting beside a window, so like I can hear it.
It'll just add some ambience to the background.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't hear anything. So.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So yeah, Rocksteady was one that I was expecting, but I watch a lot of preview shows, Kind of Funny and Easy Allies and stuff, and they all bring up Rocksteady. Like, this is the year, and they say that every year. Because it's been like 4 years, I think, at least, since they've said anything.
I think so.
Because Arkham Knight was an early PS4 game. That was at least 5 years ago, right? So, yeah.
Arkham Knight was 5? Wow, maybe.
Well, 2013 was when PS4 came out, right? So that's 6 years ago.
I want to say it came out in like 2014, the game.
So that's, so 5 years ago,
right? So, oh, wow, yeah, you're right.
Right? So.
Wow.
I know.
I'm getting older.
Yeah. Just time's flying. Like, I feel like every gen, PlayStation gen, I know they are getting smaller, like, actually, but it feels like it. Like it started with PS2, because I remember when PS3 was coming, I'm like, I'm still enjoying PS2 stuff. Like, we barely got online with PS2. Like, I got Final Fantasy 11, and some of my hockey games had, like, downloadable rosters and stuff, because online came to PS2 late, and I was just getting into that, and I was happy with PS2. I was like, we get some open world games, some, like, Metal Gear games were awesome. Like, I'm not ready to move on. And then, so a couple years later, I got a PS3. That's probably why, too, because I always wait a year or two before I get the new system. But even so, and then PS3, I think that was easily actually my weakest generation for PlayStation, because I had a lot of bad memories with 2 broken PS3s and the same one breaking a year apart. But and how much it cost to get repaired. And then, of course, I bought the $600 PS3 to start, because it was backwards compatible, which made sense. I wanted that. So, anyways. So PS3 wasn't a great generation for me, but I was still, like, enjoying it at the end. And then PS4 was coming around. I'm like, come on. I feel like PS3 still barely, again, probably just my personal opinion, but barely took off. Like, there's so much more it could have done. 1 Metal Gear game, 1 GTA at the end. I'm so used to more. 1 Final Fantasy, unless you want to include 13, 2, and 3, and 14, but it was a little different. But and then now with PS4 is probably my favorite generation, although PS1 has memories, obviously, with Final Fantasy and all those amazing PS1 RPGs. But PS4 has been amazing. Like, I've loved so many games. They're some of my favorite games of all time. From Monster Hunter, Dying Light even was a surprise for me, early on anyway. Witcher 3. There's probably millions more.
Oh, wow. Okay, so apparently I bought my PS3, my first PS3, the same year I got a PS4.
Wait, what?
I never had a PS3 until 2013.
Right.
So I have the Super Slim, the top loader one. And I got it because of Ni no Kuni, a game that I never finished.
Are you gonna buy it, the remaster?
Oh, of course. Yeah? Unfortunately,
I kind of want to, but it's probably overpriced. But yeah. And I know on Switch it's literally just the PS3 version.
Yeah, but then I got a PS4 at launch. So
November, right?
Yeah, that's the same year.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah,
I just had a Vita before.
Right. Yeah, I got my PS3. I guess it would be 2006 or whenever that was, 2006, 2007, something like that. They had 600 and something bucks. I got the camera and a Virtua Fighter 5 or something with it, and Little Big Planet. No, wouldn't have been Little Big Planet. That was PS4.
Wait, what? Little Big Planet's on PS3.
No, I know, but I had my PS3 before even the first Little Big Planet came out. I was getting confused with when I got my PS4. I got the camera, Little Big Planet 3 with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so PS3, I did get the camera, Virtua Fighter 5, I believe, maybe 4, but I think 5. Whatever one was on PS3 at launch, anyway. I think there was one other game that came with it, but I don't know. But it was like 600 and something, whatever.
Heavenly Sword. I don't know.
No, that came out later too, I think. I don't think that was a launch game. Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't think so. But I still remember that the very first, press conference that I saw anyway for PS3 and showing off Little Big Planet for the first time. That was so cool. I was really hyped for that. But anyways, and then the PS4 gen just flew by. And then the PS4 Pro stuff came out, and I was like, I don't want that, because now I'm gonna be so. I don't know when I see trailers, when I see reviews, like what did they review it on? I don't know how it's gonna run on my system. It just confused the whole thing. But I also got it because 4K was a thing, and they needed to have a system ready for 4K. So I was like, I get it, but just complicated things.
Yeah.
I remember Colin Moriarty had the same thought when that first came out, and I was like, yes, exactly. It's just going to complicate everything. No one's going to know what anybody's playing it on.
Yeah.
Or like conferences, they're always going to be on the best technology to show it off. Like so now I never know what's going to be like on my system. So, and then now when the new gen PS5's coming, I'm like, I always wait a year or two anyway for some games to accumulate and some sales and stuff. So it's like, do I wait a year or do I wait 3 years and just get a PS5 Pro? Like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it. That's why I don't like computer gaming and stuff. So it's give me a console for 10 years or 8 years or whatever. I miss that. But what do you feel about all that stuff?
I tend to like buying things at launch just because I like being a part of that conversation when something first shows up. Like with the PS4 was an impulse buy only because I was working the midnight launch for it. Right. And I was like, because there was an extra one in the back and my boss was like, do you want it or no? It's like, I guess. So I just ended up buying it right then. And I got Knack with it.
Awesome.
And that's it. It became my Blu-ray player.
That's why I wait. Because everybody plays Knack.
Yeah. So I didn't really play it for a while, to be honest. Right. But I was just happy to have it because I knew with previous consoles, like with a Nintendo console like Wii U or like something like that, it was harder to find things in the very beginning. So right. Like just knowing that there was one there that I could just buy right now.
Yeah.
I rather just jump on it now and know that I have one secured than to wait along the line and it's harder to find that system.
True. And if you got the money for it, then yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get that wanting to be part of it day one because I'm like that with my games. I love playing them at midnight. As for certain big, like I'm sure Cyberpunk will be like that. Final Fantasy VII, I'm already planning for it. So it's like big games like that. Witcher 3 was like that. I watched the countdown for a while, and Monster Hunter, same thing. Red Dead 2. It's like 2 or 3 times a year. There's like a big full price game that I got to be there at midnight and start tweeting and just want to be part of the first people in the world to play it,
Yeah.
But for consoles, I think it's because there's still games coming out for the previous gen, and some of the best games, right? Like on PS3 with GTA 5 was one of the last games that I got and bought at midnight. I'm sure PS4 will be the same way. PS5 will be a year or two old, and there'll still be games coming out on PS4 that are like amazing.
Well, supposedly the PS5 should be backwards compatible with PS4, so you might as well just upgrade then, and then that'll be a little more powerful PS4 Pro.
Yep. We'll have to see what my situation is and what's going on, but that's true. And I guess I could just trade in my PS4 to get some money off anyway, especially if I got a Pro. Yeah. But anyways, that was our talk on Rocksteady. What's another thing? Do you have something else that's What about one that's like a hope, more of a you wished it was there, but doesn't not necessarily expected? Do you have any of that stuff? There's an obvious one, but yeah.
There's a couple obvious ones that for myself personally. Yeah. One of them was Mother 3.
I have that written down too. Yeah.
Just because like it's time.
Can I tie that in with one of mine that I don't have written down, but it's one that I've been thinking about. Reggie.
Okay.
There was no Reggie at E3 at all.
Yeah.
And I wanted those two to be tied together. I think we talked about it before, or I've heard it talked about before. Mother 3 would have been nice if Reggie could have announced that.
That would have been nice.
But I know he's probably on a beach somewhere and enjoying his family.
No, he's like doing some conference or something right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. He has a Twitter now, so like
gotcha.
I follow him.
Cool.
But yeah, Mother 3. But I will settle for getting Seiken Densetsu 3.
Yeah.
Just because like that's the same thing, like a game that just hasn't come out for whatever reason for so long, and we finally got it.
That we were talking about Excitebike Versus.
Yeah,
that was like, wow, that's never been localized. That's the first time that's happened, or felt like it. That was a big deal. And then just like a week later, now we have this Seiken Densetsu 3, which is a much bigger deal. I've been playing that for decades,
exactly.
Like on emulators or whatever, just knowing that it'll never come out, and then suddenly it's out, and a remake coming.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And the remake's coming for all consoles, but the collection's only for Nintendo right now.
Gotcha. I wonder if that's because of the Game Boy one or something, or.
I bet.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, Mother 3 would have been awesome, and I think there's more hope than ever for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll see it.
Mm-hmm.
There's almost no reason not to. I mean, even if they got to change a couple minor graphic things or something, I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And they can change the dialogue to whatever they want because they got to localize it anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think there's no reason. Probably won't get it. There's enough demand for it. Maybe I'm hoping we can get another Mother game because they keep adding Mother characters to Smash Brothers. So.
The guy said he's kind of done writing those because
Shigesato Itoi, I think.
Yeah, Shigesato Itoi. Because he wrote them like when his daughter was young, but he's like, my daughter's all grown up now. I don't want to write these games. I don't know. Like,
I guess he doesn't have to do it. I mean, look at the torch gets carried all the time for different things.
Yeah,
but
I mean, he's not really a video game designer.
That was his thing
either.
with Mother back when. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they could still use the name to do something. Maybe they change it a bit. Maybe make it a little more actiony, River City Ransom like, you know.
Yeah.
Like an RPG like that with a bunch of goofy stuff running through the city.
You know what? They should just release Scott Pilgrim again. Just do that.
Please, just do that. I would buy that right away.
Oh man, do that on the Ubisoft Uplay thing or whatever.
Right.
Their subscription service.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Here's all the games.
Oh, don't do that. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that. It's like the SNK collection that they released on Switch. It's like I don't really want that, but it has Crystalis. The only NES game I owned growing up is on that collection, and I kind of really want that. But then they might drop it on the Nintendo Online service, so don't need to buy the SNK collection just for that. But yeah, Mother 3 was one I had written down too. Okay, so in that same vein, I'll say a small one that is not in the same way. Well, I guess it kind of is. Obviously, it was localized and everything, but Crisis Core. And this actually goes to so Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. Recently, I don't have the headline.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Square said recently they want to bring all of their games digitally.
Yeah.
And that's not the exact quote, I don't think, but that is what they said. Like all of their previous games, they would like to. So my brain first actually went to Dissidia, the good Dissidia games on PSP. Like I would kill to play those just on PS4. Like just put them on there, they can just run better and up-res them or whatever. Like you don't have to add a ton of stuff, obviously trophies and stuff. But oh my god, that would just be amazing. Like I'd want that probably more than Crisis Core because I really loved the depth of Dissidia. There's so much content in there.
Yeah.
Actually, Dissidia has a lot of content too, but yeah, Crisis Core. Especially right now with Final Fantasy VII coming out, and it'd be awesome to get it sometime this year or something leading up to FF7, right? So people would be so excited if they drop it in like January. I think that'd be perfect.
What if they don't do Crisis Core? What if this whole episodic thing like is tied with Crisis Core somehow?
Like they're gonna kind of weave that story in there with Genesis and everything.
Yeah, there's
a lot.
Maybe they will. Like the first game will be until Midgar, and then maybe the next game will be your Zack. And you start from the beginning.
I don't know if I want that. I don't know if people would want that because it's going to take so long to get through Cloud Story with FF7.
Yeah.
Plus, I think there are millions more people that played 7 and didn't play Crisis Core. So I don't think people would want that. But I will say,
Zack is a much better character than Cloud.
Yes, because Zack is actually his own person.
Well, yes, but like, I don't know. I've always liked him better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to play Crisis Core again to remember. It's been a long time, but...
Yeah.
But God, that soundtrack is so good.
That ending. That last boss.
I barely remember. Is it with the hundreds of troops?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
There's just no way.
Yep. And there's so many little... And it's perfect. It would actually work on a... I hate to do it like mobile or something, but it would work on Switch. It would work on... I guess just PS4 too, but it's so like bite-sized, Crisis Core.
Yeah.
Because it was made for PSP, so... But again, this is an E3 thing. I wasn't expecting Crisis Core E3, but it's just fun to... Especially after that tweet. That they want to bring all that stuff. I'd love to see Vagrant Story brought back too, because I missed that. It came to PS3 eventually as a PS1 classic, but I didn't have my PS3 at the time. I bought a bunch of PS1 classics like Front Mission 3 and Parasite Eve and Xenogears and all that, which I've never beat Xenogears, but I also didn't grow up with it either. So, but yeah, I'd love to see Parasite Eve and that stuff too. But But Crisis Core is more
so many games.
Crisis Core PSP games are probably more likely to get a remaster than just brought out as a PSP game. But anyways,
yeah. Maybe that other game too, Dirge of Cerberus.
Oh, the PS2 one? Yeah, the one that my friend Steph really loves.
The Vincent one?
Yeah, I did play it a little because my stepbro had it, but I did not buy it. I did not have an interest in it. I was like, this is not an RPG. This is not what I want.
This is not good.
yeah. And then, of course, I'm sure I saw reviews. I don't even know if I was looking at reviews back then, but I probably knew it wasn't very good.
I played it. I rented it when I was a kid, so like, I didn't buy it, and I'm glad I didn't buy it. I rented it once. I was like, okay, that's all I need.
You played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is cool, I guess, but it feels like a worse Devil May Cry or something. I don't know.
I think that's probably what I was going for, but yeah, man, PS2. Okay, that's not a representation of the PS2 gen, the entire generation, but there were so many games like that were just kind of not great or tried to be other things. But PS2 was not one of my favorite gens, but
yeah.
Probably, all right. Yeah, probably number 3 or something. But yeah, what do you got? You got something else?
I got something else. Well, I kind of have 2 more.
Okay.
One was Metroid.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Okay, I put Metroid Trilogy because I thought it was more likely. I thought.
Well, I thought either Trilogy or maybe a port of Metroid 2 that we just got on 3DS.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, okay, cool.
Just because I feel like
it's a new handheld, so yeah.
Yeah, like it's a handheld game. I don't think that really utilized anything special for the 3DS.
Right.
So like you might as well just put it on the Switch.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good one. I was expecting the trilogy. Like really expecting that, like for sure. I would have bet on
Either that or a trilogy of do Zero Mission, Fusion, and
wow. There's only 2, right?
Oh, there might be. Yeah.
Yeah, there was just 2, but they're both awesome. I played them a bit, like emulation kind of stuff. Just a little.
Yeah, they're both awesome games.
Yeah, they look really great, good atmosphere, and that one where you're getting chased by the other version of you or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's Fusion. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah, I played that game on my 3DS.
Nice.
Because I bought a 3DS early, like launch.
And it had the GBA.
And then there's all those GBA games for free. Cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that was one of them. Oh man, now I just want GBA games.
Yeah.
Give me Wario Land 4.
Did you hear the rumors for the Pokemon Diamond? Is it Diamond and Pearl? Yeah.
A Sinnoh remake or something?
Yeah, remakes. Yeah, for next year.
Ooh. That'd be good.
Yeah, and then the year after they could do like Silver and Gold.
That's my like second favorite gen.
I keep hearing it's a great gen. I think that's the ones I didn't play. So.
Yeah, because they're the first DS ones. They're very good.
Gotcha. Cool.
They had really good multiplayer.
Oh, really? And DS ones, you said?
Yeah, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum.
Geez, I even had a DS. I didn't think there was any more. I just got Black and Black 2. I don't think I even knew there was. I thought there was.
Yeah, it came out before those. So.
Gotcha.
Cool. But yeah, it had really good multiplayer. I used to play it all the time in like junior high and high school with people, where there was an underground that you could just go in, and it was just random tunnels, and you could like make secret bases in there. You could see other people in there, like if
cool.
you're connected to locally.
Jeez.
But then you can also just mine for things, so you can get stones just for free.
Wow.
So like you can, and then any of the stones you don't use, you can sell them.
That's cool. That you're reminding me of Black and Black 2 had something like that. Man. I used to use that all the time. I forget how it worked now, but yeah, there was some weird mechanic. Man, now you're get my hopes up more for Sword and Shield. They might do some cool mobile stuff. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because you can play on your TV and then you can just take it with you. Do that special mode when you're on the go.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, hopefully they do some cool stuff with the new one, but yeah. So speaking of the Switch, new Switch models. Was something I've heard rumored forever, and now I'm actually hearing it more rumored now after E3. But it might even be official, but just not officially official. I think it literally.
Well, they said they weren't going to show anything at E3.
Right. True. As far as new models are concerned, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm expecting it any day now, or a direct in the next weeks, to talk about these new models. it's got to come out at the end of the year, right? With Pokemon or something, you'd think.
It's gonna be a new Switch model, and it's just gonna be with no dock.
Yep, it'll be durable and whatever for kids for Pokemon and stuff. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of that at E3. Again, yeah, wasn't necessarily expecting it, but it wouldn't have surprised me. So.
Yeah. Well, honestly, though, I still don't know what the holiday game is for Switch. So, like.
Not Luigi's?
I don't know if that's coming out.
Yeah. Ever? I'm just kidding.
Just because we've seen a lot of it already, and they still said 2019.
Right.
So.
Yeah. People played it on the show floor. I guess it was really good.
Yeah.
I've heard excellent things about it. It's not my kind of thing, I don't think, but it looks really good, though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, for example, though, like, Pokemon would be coming out, but Pokemon isn't really a holiday game. Like, it is for 3DS or, like, a handheld, but normally there's something for that bigger market.
Oh, gotcha.
As well. So, like, I wouldn't think that they would just throw all their cards on the table for Pokemon.
Right.
So I feel like
maybe
that's when you would release something bigger.
I know it's not this year, but what we were before E3, like Animal Crossing or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Isn't working now, so yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what you would release.
Yeah.
This is some surprise. It's like, surprise, here's Metroid Prime Trilogy.
Yeah, true. Actually, and that would be probably a surprise release, like a direct in a month or two, and then just
it's just like digital only. Here you go.
Right. Well, this will bring me into another one because this is another question mark that I played the first one a lot on PS3, but is Bayonetta 3?
Yeah.
Did you have that on your list?
I did not, but I was just thinking about it when I was talking.
Yeah, because of the holiday, right? That's what I was thinking. Yeah. That would be a good holiday thing too. But we know it's probably far, far away. We haven't even seen gameplay yet. So I don't think.
Oh, also they've been too busy with that other game, Astral Chain or whatever.
Right. Oh, wait, that comes out this year.
It comes out like August.
Yeah, so not exactly a holiday, but they might have enough with that and Luigi's Mansion and Pokemon. They're still going to sell into the holiday.
I think Daemon X Machina comes out sometime this year too.
Yeah, but that looks a little rough.
Yeah, but I mean that could be their holiday game.
True. Yeah, maybe Astral Chain, because that hasn't really interested me too much. But every time I see it, I'm like, this game looks really rad.
Yeah,
it might
definitely
be my kind of thing. But I got to see the systems. I got to know if it's like an RPG thing or how long are we going to play it for. You know, we'll see. Do you have anything else? 'Cause I got a couple things, but nothing really.
I have one last thing, I guess.
Okay.
I'll start off with saying that it's really cool how we're seeing Microsoft be nice with Nintendo. Wow. We're seeing Minecraft still coming out on there. We're seeing new Super Lucky's Tale, which is funny because it's trying to be like new Super Mario Bros.
Right.
It's just making fun of Nintendo, and yet it's on Nintendo. Yeah. Like we're seeing stuff like that. That's really cool. Give me Banjo. Oh. Give me Banjo 3. Gotcha. Where was Banjo at this whole conference?
True.
Like, cool. He's on
Nintendo's thing, yeah. Smash.
Yeah, he's on Smash now. That's awesome. But where are my Banjo games? Where's a remake?
Riding that hype
Banjo
right into a full game.
Where is Banjo 3?
They're all busy making Battletoads.
I don't want that. Nobody wants Battletoads.
Yeah. They make fine cameos and stuff. Like, hey, remember these guys? But to pay money to buy a game starring them, I don't know. Yeah.
I'd rather play Grab by the Ghoulies again, and I don't want to do that.
I don't even know what that is, but I've heard of it.
It's some Xbox game.
Oh no. Was that another Rare thing?
Yeah, it's another Rare. It's on the Rare replay that I have.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But I don't know. I just really want them.
I think you guys
now we have
an
updated version of Banjo and Kazooie, like now how they look like that.
Yep.
Same thing with the other character, like Gruntilda got updated because she's in the background. Right. Bottles is in the background. We got Mumbo on Spiral Mountain or in the Gruntilda mouth thing for her lair.
Yep.
So like we have updated character models. Just remake the first one. That shouldn't be too hard.
Do you think it's coming?
I don't know.
Because it does sound
I think a new Banjo would be coming more than a remake.
Right.
But
well, you can kind of gauge the room, right? If people really jump on that, they can kind of see the numbers, right, and be like, all right, it's worth it to invest in a new Banjo game or to remaster an old one or something different.
Yeah, maybe that's why they created Super Lucky's Tale, just because
right.
I know that's not rare, but it's Microsoft.
Yep.
And it's basically trying to fill that void. So maybe that was a test to see, like, do people still want this type of game?
Yep. If that sells like crazy, and then obviously the Banjo and Smash just gets used like crazy and everybody loves it and the numbers are good, then yeah, business-wise it makes sense.
Yeah, or just port the Xbox Live Arcade ports over to Switch.
Oh, right,
and then see the numbers there.
Yep. But yeah, E3 would have been a good spot. Although, wait, which conference was last? Nintendo's, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the order of things, that actually maybe it would have been cool for Microsoft on their conference to be like, here's a Banjo-Kazooie sequel or whatever, even a hint at one. Because then I wonder if people would think less of, oh, I guess that's the Banjo rumors.
Yeah, I guess Banjo's not come to Smash.
And then it would have hit even harder, right?
Surprise.
But then would it have overshadowed? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that was
I think they would have tied it together and then they would do a trailer for the new Banjo game, and then like Switch would appear on the logo at the end, the splash screen.
Yeah, they would have planned it out ahead of time and had it all mixed together well. And yeah, I still think it'll probably happen. I mean, I don't know, maybe. Although I guess I could see it not. It comes out on Smash, and that's kind of the end of it. And it's kind of like the Persona 5 thing, rumors forever. Joker coming to Smash. Holy crap, Persona 5's coming to Switch, and then now it's been months, and it's just, kind of gone away.
Yeah, it's never coming to the Switch, and that's totally okay.
So the same thing could happen to Banjo.
Yeah.
But you deserve it. You guys deserve a new Banjo game, so a good one.
We do. Nuts and bolts does not count.
I was going to say maybe they got the... Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you got your Banjo game. Shut up.
What, Nuts and Bolts? No. It's not a Banjo game.
I forgot about that game. Sure
That's like saying that Final Fantasy 13 is a Final Fantasy game.
Okay. Or saying like 13, 2, or 3.
Or 15.
But those are actually Final Fantasy games.
No, 15 sucks.
Yeah, it's not great. It doesn't suck. There's bad things about it, but...
Like the game? The characters?
No, the characters are great.
The
interactions between the characters are awesome. The music's great.
I agree. Yeah. I couldn't get past that game.
The villain's cool.
I played maybe 4 hours, and I was like, nope, I'm done.
I platinumed it. I found enough out of it that I really enjoyed it. And then I bought the season pass, and I played one of those episodes, and I was like, this is nothing. This isn't the game at all. This is some side thing that takes an hour and you're done. Like, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm so used to expansions and things that add to the actual game.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was to buy an Assassin's Creed Odyssey expansion, just as a recent example, I would not expect it to take place in maybe it does, I don't know, take place in a completely different world, a completely different character, can't take over any of my levels or gear or skills or anything, and then it doesn't connect to the main game at all. Like I would not expect that. But that's what 15 did. You just play a side story that was cut out of the main game. Because there are points where your character just says, okay, I gotta go. And it's like, what? And then they just leave. And then a few hours later they come back and like, woo, I got a scar now. That was some crazy shit that I went through. That's literally how it goes. And it's like, okay. And they just continue on. And then like a year later they bring up look, here's what happened. And yeah, it has nothing to do with anything. Whatever. Anyways. Cool. Yeah, literally they come back with one comes back with a scar, one comes back blind, and you just don't know what happened. It's like so stupid. So yeah, there was a lot of stupid stuff with 15, but it also took a decade to come out. So anyways, yeah. The only other things I have here, I'll just mention them. I think it's called Skull and Bone. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, it's that pirate theme.
The pirate one.
Yeah. I was expecting to see that, but of course, I think like weeks before they said, no, it's pushed. We're delaying it. We're not showing anything for a while. But it's still one that I was like, been hyped for like a year or so, just to see what it's going to turn into, because that's my favorite part. Is the RPG pirate stuff. I want more of that. And then the other one I have listed is Town from Game Freak.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think we got a proper title for that. I don't think it's going to be called Town.
No, it's just Town working title.
Yeah, and they showed it off last year, and it's like, I hate when they do that. They show stuff off a year prior and then skip E3. It's like, well, then why not show it at this E3? Come on. If you're going to show it at all. Like, I don't know. But things change, Maybe they were going in a certain direction, and it's like, nope. we can't do that, or who knows.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, do you have anything else, or what do you think of Town and that? Like,
I've completely forgot about Town. There's not enough there yet.
Yeah.
It
looked cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, I liked it.
It looks like was it level 5 helping out or no? Because it looked very level 5.
I'm not sure.
It reminded me of like Ni no Kuni a little bit.
Yeah, true. Yep.
But
yeah, I liked how open it looked, and it was turn-based, I think. But
yeah,
and it looked like a different kind of RPG for them. And
mm-hmm.
I love when developers, so developers get stuck in their franchise. I guess Uncharted is a good example with Naughty Dog, although they've been around longer than that. But they were doing Uncharted 1 and 2 and all that, and then Last of Us kind of hit. Like, that's probably bigger than Uncharted at this point.
Yeah.
And I think that's so cool. I love when developers do that kind of stuff. I guess an example I can think of is back in the day, PS1, so playing, Super Nintendo Final Fantasies and then getting a PS1 to continue Final Fantasy 7 and 8. And then obviously they're making other games, but I kind of didn't play everything. But I just bought Parasite Eve on a whim.
Mm-hmm.
And that game was so different than Final Fantasy, but it still had RPG stuff in that. That was when it was like, holy crap, they can do other stuff too, like completely different. Because even so Chrono Trigger on Super Nintendo is still a turn-based RPG. It still plays. It's a little different than Final Fantasy, but if you play Final Fantasy, you'll probably like Chrono Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
But if you play Final Fantasy 7, you're not necessarily going to like Parasite Eve. It plays a bit different, a bit more actiony or whatever, kind of. But anyway, so that reminds me of that is when they split off and made a different kind of RPG. So the fact that Game Freak is just known for Pokemon. Now I know they've made a couple other things. I forget what they are, but just minor things on like DS or something.
Well, they made other things on like 3DS, PS4, and stuff like that too.
Right. Oh, PS4, really?
Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't know that.
The elephant game.
Wait, not the bridge building one.
No.
Elephant.
It's called. No, it's called like Timbo something.
Oh, I don't know. That doesn't ring a bell. That's interesting. I had no idea.
I believe it was like a platformer.
Huh.
But it was on like all systems.
That's cool. Yeah, I thought they were like owned by Nintendo, but I guess it's just the Pokemon brand.
Yeah, the Pokemon company is a separate thing.
Right. True. But they just work. But Game Freak does all the programming for the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Okay. So yeah. So Town. I mean, being an RPG, and I love that they're breaking out and doing something different, but also similar. Like if you like Pokemon, you're probably gonna like Town. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
But we'll see what that turns into. But it'd be cool for them to have another huge franchise. I want to see their Last of Us.
Yeah, definitely.
Basically what I'm trying to say. But yeah. But yeah, we know nothing about Town. Who knows when we'll see that, or if we'll even see it again, because that happens a lot too.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for my E3 stuff that I thought, I was kind of expecting to see, but some of them not really. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have some other stuff I think you wanted to bring up.
I brought a little thing.
Cool.
I brought a little fun game.
Cool. Okay. Good. Awesome. Is this going to be a weekly thing? Because that would be really cool.
We can.
That would be cool.
This was just something random that I came up with because you're like, you should bring another topic. I was like, this sounds fun.
Well, I'll say right off the bat, like I've been thinking about games and things, especially to end the podcast with, especially if it can be carried over week to week, because that would be really good to end it with. You get a point or whatever, and then next week can I tie it, and maybe at the end of the year, whoever has the most points out of 52 episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
For episodes that we're both on. And because there's some that you like next week you might not be around, so
this isn't really a point-based game.
Yeah.
This is more of I'm curious to see what you're going to do.
Okay. Yeah. I like that stuff too of a random topic. Yeah, for sure. But anyways, yeah, hit me. What do you got?
Okay. So I have a word association game for you.
Okay.
So I just want you to say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh boy. Okay.
For each of these words. I have 10 different things.
I will do my best. This is like game related. Do I need any kind of theme or anything to get my headspace in?
I guess it's games.
Oh, okay. 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 Anyways,
just in general.
I trust you. Just go for it.
Okay. Sony.
I can't do the first word because then it's PlayStation. But no.
That's what you did.
Okay. If that works, that's gonna be so lame. Sure.
DLC.
Assassin's Creed. Ugh.
Okay. I'm just writing these down.
Go for it.
Wiimote.
Oh. Oh man. Well, I saw Wario's face for some reason. I don't know what that has to do with the Wiimote.
Wario's there.
On the Wii?
Arcade.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh, that's the next word, arcade?
Arcade's the next one.
Well, I was gonna. This isn't the first word. I was gonna say Golden Axe. That's not what I'm thinking. It is a Golden Axe type game. Dungeons and Dragons. There was a Golden Axe game that I loved at the arcade, way back when. It was Dungeons and Dragons, whatever subtitle, like 4, and subtitled something, and yeah, it was like a.
Golden Axe there are a couple of Wario games on Wii.
Really? Okay, it was funny because
there's a really good one. It's called like Shake It or something. It's a platformer.
Cool.
All right. Halo.
Reach, I guess. Ugh.
Reach.
Yeah, it just fits the word that goes after. I must hear that a lot.
Subscriptions.
Final Fantasy 14, like MMOs. Yeah.
Persona.
Golden. Man, I didn't even play that, but it's just what I hear from Greg.
See, I thought you were just gonna be like 5.
Yeah, no, my brain was like thinking. I'm like, I don't want to, like, what was the thing? It was Golden was the.
I'm proud of you though. You said Persona Golden.
Yeah.
You chose the better game.
With all the bad voice acting, all the new voice acting. Ugh.
Persona 4?
Yeah, I played Persona 4 on PS2/PS3.
I know. I'm just saying Persona 4 is better than Persona 5.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. I thought you were saying the best version compared to 4. Gotcha.
Hey, I mean, Chie is good. Like, she's different, but she's
very
fine.
different. She's not. No, I don't hate her. But it's just nice. It's not my Chie.
Be nice to her.
It's not my Chie. It's some other doppelganger.
Okay.
So is Teddy, too, I think. So yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
They're not mine.
And Kanji.
Those aren't my characters. Oh, really? No Troy Baker?
Yeah, it's Travis Willingham, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I played Persona 4 a ton, but not Golden. I think it's just Greg Miller talking about it all over and over and over.
Well, Golden's really good, just like combat and everything, and just things are perfected.
Cool.
And you can go outside at night, which is awesome.
That's cool.
But Marie sucks. Marie is the worst thing to ever come to Persona 4.
A new character?
Yeah, Marie is a new Velvet Room character.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
She just like writes poems and she's awful.
Interesting.
Okay, so we got 3 more.
Okay, awesome. This is fun.
Premium.
Oh, geez. I don't know if I have one for that. I'm thinking subscriptions and stuff again. Premium?
Premium.
Like
F-R-E-E-M-I-U-M.
Premium. Oh, geez. Oh, I guess it would be free-to-play games like Gems of War. Huh. That's an interesting one.
Okay.
I don't play a lot of mobile games and that, so that's the first thing I think of is like free-to-play games.
Okay. Yoshi.
Safari. On Super Nintendo for the Super Scope. The only Super Scope game I owned.
Pay to win.
Hold on. That will never see come out again. Just like Mario Paint.
It will. It'll come back.
No, because it can't. What are you going to do? Have other peripherals for it?
No, you just use there's gyros and stuff.
Motion controls and that. Yeah. Oh, I guess I'd buy it if it came out because I didn't even look at videos or nothing, so I don't remember that game, but I'm sure it's in my brain somewhere.
Yeah.
So, I don't remember the other one you said, so go for it.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one.
Okay.
Pay to win.
Pay to win. Oh, I'm blanking on that one. Because everyone I'm thinking of like Overwatch and things, they're not pay to win. All these games, because I don't play those. All those games that have loot boxes and I guess Battlefront. Yeah, that was a tough one. That is not my wheelhouse.
I wrote Battlefront / loot boxes.
Yeah, definitely loot boxes with.
Okay.
I guess I could. Well, I cringed right away. It's like pay to win is the worst thing ever. But I'm thinking of games specifically, you know.
Yeah.
But I couldn't think of any. Like I don't play any of those. But yeah, I hate them. That's why.
Okay. So that's it. We're gonna go through these now, and
okay.
The ones I'm actually curious about your answers, I will stop on it.
I have probably a lot more to say now because now my brain's going with a whole bunch of different stuff, like the subscription one.
Yeah.
DC Universe Online. The moment that came out on PS3, I bought it full price.
Mm-hmm.
Paid the $15+ a month for it. So played it for 6 months or something, and then quit playing it, and then it became free to play.
Mm-hmm.
And had my useless and free to download. Had my useless Blu-ray copy forever. Just had to give it to people. Like, just take it. I don't like it. I can't do anything with it. I don't want to throw it away.
Yeah.
It's like, can't throw away a Blu-ray.
Can't.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, go ahead.
All right. So the first thing I said was Sony, and the thing that you said was PlayStation.
Again, if it's the first thing that comes to mind, it's just Sony PlayStation.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But if I'm thinking of games, it's not even my favorite game, but I guess for Sony, whatever, it's Final Fantasy VII is the first game that I would think of for play. If we're thinking PlayStation, then it would be Final Fantasy VII, just because it was like my first game on PlayStation PS1. So,
see, the thing that I would think of if I think of PlayStation, I never owned one, but I remember seeing a lot of stuff for Spyro when I was a kid. So I would associate Spyro with it.
Gotcha. Official PlayStation Magazine is another thing too that would come to mind. I have a ton of those still, and I still got some demo discs probably laying around.
I used to read those, and I didn't even have a PlayStation.
Oh wow!
So I would have demo discs. Yeah. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these?
That's what I was gonna say. I did that with. I used to buy PC Gamers, and I think there was also a magazine called Boot Magazine. I'd buy a computer, and I still got some of those too. Yahoo Magazine, whatever. And they'd always come with like discs with software and things, but I never had a computer, so it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, same thing with like Xbox. Like I bought an Xbox magazine once, and I was like, "Oh man, I wish I had an Xbox."
Right. Like an original Xbox.
Yeah.
An Xbox One, if you will. OG Xbox, I guess. What are they calling it?
OG just Xbox. Microsoft Xbox. I don't know.
Gotcha.
The horrible Xbox.
Yeah.
Big overheating.
Big fat thing. Big X on it.
Yeah.
I played one once. I went to a friend's and he had Halo. Or Halo 2 or something, or whatever was on the original Xbox. And I played it and I was like, this is kind of crappy. I'll go back to my PS1 RPGs now. Or PS2 probably at the time, yeah. I'll play some Metal Gear Solid.
Probably. All right. So the next thing you said, or rather I said, DLC, and you immediately thought of Assassin's Creed because you're clearly playing it.
Ubisoft, well, the truth, but Ubisoft in general.
Yeah.
But Assassin's Creed,
just and I was just talking passes about and stuff.
Yeah, and I was just talking about the DLC, the expansion thing. And, yeah.
Now here's the one that confuses me.
Okay, good. Exactly what I was going for.
I said Wiimote.
Yeah.
And you said Wario.
I can't explain it. Again, you just said it, and I see Wario's face just screaming at me. I just see his face. I think with the Wii, maybe because I missed the Wii generation, but I did own one like way after. I owned one kind of recently, like a couple years ago. A friend gave me his, and it's got a bunch of emulated games on it and whatever. But the Wiimotes didn't work very well. Well, they had a battery pack, but then that kind of stopped working properly, and so I just put it in the closet. I'm like, I'm not buying batteries for it. Anyways, and I played a little bit of the Smash Brothers on there because I have that Mario Kart. I guess that'd be 7, right? Or just Mario Kart Wii or whatever.
Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah.
That's not 7. 7's the one that's on 3DS.
Right. And then 8 is Wii U, but then also Switch. Yeah.
8 Deluxe on Switch, yeah.
Okay. But during the Wii, and that's when I started getting into podcasts and like Podcast Beyond and all this stuff, back in the day. Early PS3 days kind of thing. Everybody's talking about the Wii. There must have been some Wario game or something, like you said, something that I always liked Wario as a character.
There's a WarioWare game.
Yeah, that's what
that came out like around launch, I believe.
Then that's probably it. It's something that.
But then there's also that WarioWare Smooth Moves, I think, it's a platformer.
Oh, that's the one you're talking about. Okay, yeah, I don't know that one so much. It is definitely the WarioWare type stuff, minigame things that I think of.
Okay.
Because I know there was the one on Game Boy, like Shake It or something. Isn't that the Game Boy one?
Wait.
Where you have to move the card.
Wait, no. Smooth Moves is the WarioWare game. Shake It is the platformer.
Oh, okay. Well, I think Shake It is one on, or is it Twisted or something? I don't know. On like GBA or something, and you have to like you have to literally move the system.
Twisted, I think, is like DS probably.
Oh, it is one called Twisted. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was making that up. But yeah, there's something like that. But I thought it would be called Shake It. Whatever. To literally shake it. I don't know. I guess that would make sense on the Wii because you move the Wiimotes too, right? So,
yeah.
That's probably what
shake it to like attack and stuff.
That's probably what I'm thinking is like, that's it. That's got to be it. Because like I said, I always think of Wario as although I thought it was a handheld thing, but like where you move the cart around. So when you say Wiimote, I think of moving. So that's probably it. Yeah, this is good therapy. figuring things out. Why Wario's face pops up whenever anybody says we.
I don't know.
But yeah. Or Wiimote specifically, but yeah.
The next one, I said arcade, and then you said Golden Axe, but you really meant Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, Golden Axe was the first thing that popped in my head, but I know it's not Golden Axe. It was a Golden Axe type game. And then also, one that popped up after was Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Ooh.
I played that one a lot at a convenience store in Watford, a little town that I grew up in. Kind of was a teenager. That's where I played my PS1 and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The main variety? No, that's another town. What the hell was that called? That doesn't matter, but convenience store anyway had arcade machines, and they had a couple different ones, but I just remember Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and playing as Cyclops and Wolverine all the time, and Rogue. That game was awesome. Wish they'd bring that back, because I played that on PS3. They brought it back, and that was awesome.
Yeah, and then they had to take it away again because of licensing. I have it on PS2. I got it for free.
Whoa, that's cool. How does it run, though?
Supposedly it's good.
Oh, okay. You haven't played it.
I don't know. I looked at the disc. I was like, yeah, this is pristine. And then I didn't touch it.
Put it away. It's like, you stay over there, video game. No one needs to play you. Apparently the Dreamcast version, I think, is really good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But yeah.
Let's see. So I said Halo, and you said Reach.
Yeah, again, probably because that's probably the Wii era again, maybe. PS3 Wii, right? Yeah. And just podcasts.
It's a 360
No,
game.
I mean, again, I didn't have a 360, but I listened to a lot of podcasts. And so and this is early news days. Like now I'm up on all the news mostly, but then it was still just absorbing whatever I could. And so they would talk about Xbox on different podcasts, and I wouldn't know what they're talking about. But when Reach was coming out, I guess it was a big deal. I always think of Halo Reach. Whenever I think of any Halo game, it's just because I don't know which Halo is which. Besides that, I own the first one on PC. But Halo Reach, I just always heard people talk about Halo Reach all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the first one I feel like I've been bombarded with that one for some reason.
Yeah, it's not a bad game.
Cool.
I think it came out maybe like around 2008, 2009.
Were you expecting me to say like awful or something, or some other word associated with Halo?
I was expecting that for a lot of these.
Okay.
I was
like
not hoping, but I was like, like Halo sucks.
Yeah.
Subscriptions, gross.
I know I don't have that much of a negative thing, I guess. I don't know. That's funny. Yeah. This is good because we learn a lot about each other. So.
Yeah, I almost said one of them on disc DLC.
Oh, jeez.
But I was like, that's not word association. Sure, that's too many words.
Yeah, I'd have to figure it out.
Pay to Win was my most.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a hyphenated.
See, that was the most. So. That was the one where I had the most negative response to, but I didn't have a word for it or anything. It was just like, oh, okay. What's a game that has that I've never played? I was going through all these games like a Battlefront. Overwatch was the first thing. That's not pay to win at all.
No.
But I was thinking loot boxes, so I guess loot boxes was the first actual word that popped in my head. But
yeah.
That's
why I wrote it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, subscriptions, and you said 14.
Yeah. It's the one I always struggle with because I want to play 14, especially with all these expansions coming out. But it's just so much money and such a time investment. It's like I can't do it. Can't do it. And there's so many things about the game that bug me. Like it's a great game. I'm glad Steph's not here. Great game. Like there's stuff about it that
she could be here.
Lots of positive stuff, but yeah, maybe. But I'm waiting for her to yell at me. But
yeah, let's just talk bad about 14 right now. How awful it is.
Yeah, it is kind of awful actually.
Because it's an MMO.
Yeah, and how it doesn't. I'm kind of just going with the joke here, but still, I do kind of mean it too. It doesn't go with the whole reason why I loved Final Fantasy XI, which was community, meeting people for the first time, doing some crazy thing with them, like whether it's leveling up and surviving something or going through a dungeon or whatever. And for hours at a time, you get to know them, you recognize their username, and then they're on the same server as you, and then you log out, maybe add them to your friends list. But even if you don't, you log out. When you come in the next day, they're in the same spot again or with you leveling. You see them again, and you talk to them again, and it's like seeing an old friend. And you have that with that game. And then 14 completely throws all of that away. For one, there's hardly any traveling unless you're going solo, because you just click a button and you're in a dungeon or in a queue for a dungeon or whatever. That isn't anywhere in the world. It's just an instanced, non-existent place.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's how the game's that's how what WoW turned into, as far as I know. And like most MMOs just want convenience, right? So traveling across the world to get somewhere.
That's fun. Like you should have both. You should have both as an option.
For sure. Like
traveling to get experience to the dungeon.
I mean, you do to unlock the dungeon when you go through the story. You have to get to like a glowing thing on the ground, and then you interact with it, and now you unlock the dungeon. But now you can go anywhere in the world, and you just click on a menu, dungeons, and choose this dungeon, queue up for it, and then you sit there and wait, and then it will ding when your queue's up. But the worst part is the people that you're partying with, and again, I see the good and bad, so it's not really the worst part, but still, it's why I don't like the game. You queue up with people from any server, from anywhere, and you never remember a name. Like maybe you'll see a funny name or something or whatever, but you'll queue up with people, and there are exceptions. I've had moments where we struggle with a fight, like I said, it's a boss fight, and we die over and over and over, and people drop out. Like let's say there's 12 people, or I don't know, it'll be 8 people, and let's say 2 people drop out because they're just frustrated, or whatever, and they just leave. 2 more people come in, but there's the core that stay, right? Maybe you get these 4 people, including yourself, that stay over an hour because you just want to beat this. And there's one specific moment I'm thinking of when I'm saying this. It was Gilgamesh fight or whatever, I think. I think it was Gilgamesh, maybe. But anyways, it was around that time when I was playing a couple years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. Kind of when me and Steph started talking more. I remember dying over and over and over, and we were getting angry at each other, and like, it's your fault, you screwed up, you got to do this better. There's a lot of that. And again, people would drop out, just a couple here and there, but the core stayed, and by the end of it, we had this camaraderie, I guess, that was like, we bonded, like we really were close. And that was one of the moments where I was like, this game sucks, because we might have friended each other or whatever, but we're all on different servers, and it wouldn't matter anyway. Like, their names on my friends list, but I can't really visit them or talk to them or do anything with them again. I can send them a message or whatever, and then it just kind of didn't matter. Like, it didn't, yeah. So that really pissed me off. So, because that felt like, this is the feeling of 11 again, where you're stuck with this group. They're in your world. You're not getting away from them. You're going to see them again. You want to do your best for them. You know, I don't know. I just miss all that. Just leveling up together and all that. And now you don't even look at usernames. Doesn't matter anymore. But plus, the other thing too is you don't level up anymore. You just, new job classes come up, they're already level 50. It's just like,
that's weird.
It's everything I don't want. So, but I wouldn't change it because that's what everybody else likes. Go for it. Maybe I'll find another one someday that's similar, but it just sucks because it's Final Fantasy and that I just care a ton about that. So,
yeah.
Anyways, I got my time out of 14 and enjoyed it. A couple expansions and, well, one in particular, but yeah. And now they're adding Gunblade, which is awesome.
Oh, cool.
But it's a tank class, which is not awesome. I'm not good at tanking. A lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
But again, it's already max or close to max level. I think 60 is the max, maybe 70 now, but it starts at 50, and you get all million skills you got to learn because you already start with everything. I wish it was an option. Let me start at level 1. Just whatever.
Yeah.
But plus the subscription, monthly subscription is just. I feel like I wish I could just pay a smaller amount and only have like weekends available or something. Because when I have a subscription, it's all I play because I feel like I gotta get my money's worth, and it's more than $15 in Canada because tax and everything. It ends up being like $18.
Well, because there's my one of my coworkers, he was talking about how there were 2 different subscriptions. There was the limited one that you can do.
Yeah.
Where it's like a couple of dollars less, but you only get one character.
That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, I only get the limited one. Yeah, because then the other one you get more characters, but I didn't.
Yeah, but at that point you don't need all that, right?
No, yeah.
Because the game's so huge.
Yeah. I mean, I just deleted my character. I played over the winter there. I came back to the game, and I deleted my main character because it's just overwhelming to jump in with all my max classes and stuff. I was like, I want to start over again. Let me pay a little more attention to the story. Although that's another gripe I have is, hope Steph isn't here, but I don't like the story at all. I think it just goes on and on and on, and they just. I mean,
that's how I felt in that E3 presentation. Sure. I was like, okay, it felt like the mobile game stuff in a press conference. I was like, stop.
Yeah.
Isn't fun for anyone except 2 people.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they're doing things right, I guess, because that's what people want, I guess. I don't know. They get invested in the characters, and like, Steph has her favorites and stuff, and.
Yeah.
And I guess I do too, but it's like they just don't get to the point, and they have this Shakespearean way of talking that just goes on forever, and it's like, there's something important happening here. Why can't we just get through the door? Like, there's a boss to fight right behind this door. Why do you have to talk for literally 15 minutes? And it's just written dialogue, which I'm old school. I'm used to reading my text, but the game mixes it up so much with most of it's written, and then once in a while they'll have a cutscene that's spoken, and it's just like back and forth all the time, and it's just like. They just don't get to the point. Like, I only care about a couple of the little stories, but it's just not that great. I don't know. For me.
Okay.
So that's why, I'm trying to think, what was I playing recently? Maybe Final Fantasy VII or something, or Seiken Densetsu. That's probably what it was. Like SNES and PS1 RPGs, like Final Fantasies and stuff like that, or even Secret of Mana or whatever. There's story there, but it doesn't. A lot. But it's never more than like 3 or 4 windows. It's just like before you move again. It's always like, here's what's happening. You got to go here, and there's hardly any emoting either or nothing. But even on PS1, yes, of course, there's moments in 7 and 8 where there's a lot of dialogue where there's something amazing, crazy happening. Like for instance, like when Cloud is getting all his memories back and stuff, right? That goes on for a while, but it builds up to that. It's worth it or whatever you want to call it. Like it's a huge moment. And then you're right back to gameplay afterwards and all this, but getting Cloud back in your party and all that. But or even Chrono Trigger, they just don't have a ton of dialogue, like over and over and over. It goes on forever. You're moving, you're getting to run around, do stuff between. But anyways, so I miss that stuff. That's probably why I go back and play a lot of NES, SNES, and PS1 games, because I just don't. I don't have to, and even replaying them, it's not difficult because there's just not a ton of dialogue. I don't know, but there is still lots of story. So,
you should replay. You should play Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, why? No, it's not an RPG at all.
I know, but I'm saying there's story there, and it's not really in your face, and they just let you play the game. Gruntilda just talks over while you're playing the game.
True. I think it's too goofy for me.
But it's too good for you.
Maybe. I wouldn't know. I haven't played it, so I can't disagree with that. I just don't have an opinion on it. But like I do love Mario 64, though I haven't played it since it came out. So I'm hoping I can get an N64 Classic someday. Either it's a year or two. That's another thing I should have wrote on the list of things that should have shown.
Classic.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big one.
Yeah. I mean, we saw like I said, the Genesis, and that's cool because it has the Wily Wars on it.
And Road Rash 2.
Yeah,
which is the game. That's funny. Somebody just replied to me on an old Reddit thread. Not that old, but earlier in the year when they announced the Genesis Classic and just showed 10 games. I guess I apparently wrote on a Reddit thing saying I'd consider buying it if they could somehow get Road Rash 2 on there. And somebody replied to me like just a week ago saying, I guess you're buying Genesis Classic. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I wrote that. I don't know. Because that was one of the last games and literally just Road Rash 2, not even 1 or 3. That was the one I wanted.
Yeah.
So it's like, I kind of got to buy it now, I guess, to support, vote with your wallet, Colin used to always say.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there are a lot of good games on there. I'm really excited, again, for the Wily Wars, because that's just remake game, right? Of 1, 2, and... Huh?
Isn't that the fighting game? Wily Wars?
That's a it's a 16-bit remake of 1, 2, and 3
really?
of Mega Man. Yeah, but it was only on the Sega channel.
I swear that Wily Wars was the arcade fighting game. Or is that a different Mega Man that's on there?
I thought it was called Wily Wars.
Yeah, I'm going to check.
I'm checking that too.
I've been watching some, not recently, like a few weeks ago. If you're looking it up, I'll do it faster than you probably.
Yeah, Wily Wars is the Mega Drive one.
Yeah, and it is 1, 2, and 3? Because that's even better. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a remake of 1, 2, and 3 and 16-bit.
I'm good at Mega Man 2. Mega Man 3, I want to get good at it, but I keep not putting the time into.
Mega Man 3 is probably my favorite of the 3, but yeah, I'm not super good at it.
Maybe I should put some time in. Now that the freaking replay, whatever that thing's called on PS4, has a rewind feature.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They added that recently, within the last year, like way after it came out. And so I was like, I'm going to get good at 3 now, but I can get good at. Like, I have an order in my email somewhere of how I should do the bosses. I just never finished it. But Mega Man 2, I did that. Like, I grew up playing 2, but was never good at it. Probably never beat a stage. We're talking when I was like 8 years old or something. And then I rented like Mega Man 5 at one point when I was a kid too. But anyways, but when that collection came out on PS4, I tried to play 1, didn't like it. It's really old looking, and I was like, nah, that's not mine. Mega Man 2, I started playing, like I remember some of these levels. And I played it so much and streamed it a ton, just a couple years ago or so. That I got really good at Mega Man 2, and then I did hard mode, got really good at hard mode. And now it's almost like muscle memory where I'm like, I kind of remember which stages to do in which order, and I can kind of fly through it pretty quick. So I'd like to do that with 3 and 4 and 5. Is there 6 on there too?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Yeah, there's a lot of NES Mega Man. So there's tons of content that I could be playing on there, but I don't know. I just got to.
Because, that first collection comes with all the NES games, so 1 through 6.
Yeah, that's crazy. So there's only 2 that I'm good at, or literally Mega Man 2 that I'm good at, and some of 3. But
yeah.
But yeah, it's tough to try to figure out which abilities to use and which parts of the levels to help you through. You know, like 2.
I'm good at 9 because 9's basically 2.
Oh, okay. I never played those ones. But yeah.
Yeah, it just has a lot of mechanics from 2. I feel. That's cool. 10's fun too, but
yeah, 9 and 10 I always hear that they're awesome. Did you play 11?
Yeah, I beat that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I played in Japanese.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's cool. Oh, yeah, with the voices. Yep.
Yeah, because the
English was weird.
English was awful.
Gotcha.
But,
cool.
We got 4 more of these.
4 more.
We're going through these.
Okay.
We're recapping what you said.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's right.
Because we got stuck on subscriptions and we started talking about 14 and for
then Mega Man and then
10,000 years.
Yep. No, that's cool. That's the show. Hashtag that's the show.
Exactly. So the next one we kind of talked about already. I said Persona and you said Golden.
Yes.
You didn't say 4.
No, yeah.
You didn't say 5. You didn't say 3. You said Golden.
Yeah, I thought of Golden right away. Again, and thinking of Greg Miller over and over, just talking about it for a couple years there on Vita.
Yeah.
And I never even owned a Vita, so I always wanted to, but
it's the only reason why I bought a Vita.
Right.
Like the original reason why.
Yeah. Okay, I can kind of relate. PSP. Okay, so I didn't buy a Vita mainly because Square didn't put out anything on there, and there was no other games that really interested me. Where on PSP, there were so many coming out that I couldn't even keep up. So I eventually just had to get one. I still have my little 2 gig memory card too, or is it 2 gig? Yeah, little tiny thing for the PSP. But anyways.
Oh yeah, those memory sticks or whatever they're called.
Yeah. I still got it in my old tablet, which is now
Magic sticks. That's what they're called.
Yeah, there you go. So with PSP though, there was like Dissidia, Crisis Core. Obviously, Metal Gear games were coming up for it. Patapon eventually I got into. Let alone being able to play PS1 classics, and like there was so much when PSP was out. I'm like, okay, I can't keep up with all these freaking games. Final Fantasy IV Complete Collection, still the best version of Final Fantasy IV. That I wish I could play on anything. I would buy it instantly. God, just put that on the Switch. Like, oh my God.
I told you it's on Vita.
Oh, because you can play the PSP version, yeah. Well,
yeah.
Good luck finding a Vita now, I guess. But they were always overpriced, and I didn't care about any of the features. Like
it's so good.
And then also buying a separate memory card and all this. I was like,
there's so many good games on it.
It would just be PSP stuff again and PS1 classics.
No.
Like, what else would I play?
Danganronpa?
No. I can play that on PS4, but no.
Freedom Wars?
I always heard that was good, but I don't know what that is. Greg Miller again. He always talks about Freedom Wars.
It kind of felt like Monster Hunter a bit.
Oh, okay. Action-y.
Like in the sense it was an action-y game, but like you went into like a mission like Monster Hunter, and then it was a smaller place, but you had different people with you. You had to fight whatever the thing was at the time.
Might be alright. I don't know if it's my kind of thing, but I mean I do like Monster Hunter World, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of good games on there.
I guess I could play all those collections. Like I'm sure the Metal Gear collection's on there, Final Fantasy 10, 10-2, and all that stuff. But...
Yeah, 10-2 is on there. I mean, Metal Gear is not.
No, they never did the collection.
So the first game or Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 are on there
with Peace Walker.
I think you can download those through just regular PSP.
Okay.
Maybe Peace Walker's on there, but one Metal Gear Solid, the first one, isn't on there because of there's no way in the
L2R2.
Well, that and then there's no way to switch the controller, so there's no way to beat Psycho Mantis.
You'd think they would just edit that out, but yeah, true. That's funny.
Because it's just like.
God, I hope Death Stranding's full of that. Just all kinds of weird stuff.
Oh. Death Stranding's just like, I see you're playing Metal Gear Solid 5.
Right? Dude, they got to do something like that. They have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can still read your hard drive, right? They could still be like platinum trophies, like make fun of your platinum trophies or something. They could do something. They got it. I just remembered I watched a trivia thing. It was an Easy Allies thing, so I'm going to steal a question, but they do a trivia thing, and they were asking questions that I was like, I know the answer to that. And they were all like, who do you know the answer to that? And I'm like, I do. And I was like, man, I deserve to have a podcast. You guys don't deserve to have a podcast. But one of the questions was, and I don't know how I know this, but how many controllers can you hook up to a PS3 at one time?
PS3?
Yeah.
Is it 8?
No, a couple of them said 8.
Is it 16?
No. It's a weird number, but you were close.
Okay.
It's 7.
Is it 7?
It's 7, yeah. Right away I was like, it's 7. I'm like, how do I know that? Probably from old PS3 like guides or something, or commercials or something. I don't know.
The only reason why I kind of know that is because of I used to play fighting games, so we always use PS3 because it was the easiest to like switch in and change the which one is player 1 and whatever, since we had a ton of like fight sticks that we had to plug in, so just to make sure like which one was actually player 1, which one was actually player 2.
That's cool. I've never been a part of stuff like that, but I've always enjoyed fighting games, even when I was a kid. Like I said, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Actually, that's funny you said arcade. I should have went back to one of my earliest memories when I was probably 11 or 12. My dad used to always drink at this specific bar in this small town or whatever, and once in a while he'd bring me with him, like it'd be during the day or whatever. And if my sister was gone, I guess, because it would just be me and him, and I'd get like a burger and onion rings and like bar food, and that was like a special occasion to hang out with my dad. And in the corner of the bar was always Street Fighter 2, the original, and I can still hear it in my head, the dun 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 dun, dun like the winners don't use drugs and all the opening stuff, the little with the two guys fighting and all that. It would replay over and over and over and over. Mm-hmm. And every once in a while I'd go down there and do that, but I forget even why I brought that up. But fighting games. So I did play that once in a while. Like I said, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and some Soul Calibur here and there. Bloody Roar on PS1 was really cool, and the second one too.
Persona Fighting's very good. Persona Arena.
But those are more recent ones. I just got out of it. Like
I
said, I bought Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on PS3 when they finally put that on there. Mm-hmm. But other than that, it's like I can't even think of a fighting game. I guess Smash Brothers, but I mean I don't consider that a fighting game at all.
Neither do I.
Good. There you go. I thought you would actually, but
no, it's not.
Yeah, it's a competitive platformer. I don't know. The way I play it with items.
What are they called? They're called like
It's definitely a platform. It plays like a platformer. You up to jump and all that stuff. So.
Platform fighting or something. I forget.
Yeah. For sure. Hell, the platform even scrolls and sometimes.
Yeah.
But I hate those levels. But sometimes they come up randomly. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to turn this level off. Oh well, we're having fun. That's something I forgot to mention too at the beginning of the show. Is that I've been playing Smash Brothers. A buddy will walk across town now that the weather's decent, just to play Smash with me. So we've been practicing with some different modes, and I found some different characters that I've. Bowser's amazing. I'm so good with Bowser. Corrin, I think I said before. Corrin I really like, but who was it? No, I discovered somebody new that I can just clean up with. Oh, shit. Oh, I wish I had the character roster here. Shit. I got my Switch right there, but it's not worth the dead air to do all that.
Who are you thinking of?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what the character was that I was just cleaning up with.
Lucina.
I don't know. Is that the one with the star?
Lucina?
Which one's Lucina?
Oh, Rosalina.
That's Rosalina. Yeah, you're right. And Lucina
is Marth.
Right. Yeah. No, it's definitely. Oh, it might be a sword character though, but it's not. What are some other sword characters that aren't? It's probably not even a sword character. I was gonna say that aren't Fire Emblem because I don't do the Fire Emblem ones.
They're all Fire Emblem.
Yeah, but Lucina is too.
Yeah.
But there's one. I thought that had a sword. Oh, Link I got okay with, but they're old like the.
What's his name?
Maybe it's not a sword.
Shulk.
No. Yeah, that's from Xenosaga, Xenogears, Xenoverse.
No.
No, is that not right?
Xenoverse is like a Dragon Ball game.
Oh, true. Yeah, there's too many Xeno games. It might not even be Xeno.
Xenoblade.
Oh, it is Xeno. Jesus, so many. All right, hold on a sec. Smash Ultimate roster.
I'm already on there.
Okay, but rather than you list them all off.
No, I want to list them all.
Because the way we've been doing it, we've been playing random so that we can discover other people, and it just gets up to more shenanigans. Is this even a list of... Come on, I just want a list of characters. Oh, there we go.
Cloud.
Yes, kind of. That's not the one, but good call. I did get good with him, too. I figured out his limit break and his moves, and I was getting pretty good with him. But I didn't quite clean up with him. Like, Bowser I cleaned up like crazy. Let me see here. Oh, my buddy likes Mewtwo a lot.
Oh, Chrom?
I just saw Chrom here. I don't think so, because I don't recognize the name. I'm looking through them all right now. I never played Snake. Never put me with Snake. Pokemon Trainer. I'm really good with Pokemon Trainer. That Squirtle is just OP, I tell you what. Definitely not Olimar. Ugh, God.
Corrin.
Corrin's awesome, but I haven't played Corrin in a little bit now. He liked Wii Fit Trainer, actually.
Yeah, Wii Fit Trainer is cool.
Little Mac, too, he got good with, but I don't like... You can't get back on the stage very easily. Mii Fighters, we both use our Mii Fighters a lot. Yeah, maybe it's just Bowser and Corrin. I don't know. Still going through the list, but... Yeah. I try to get good at, like, Simon Belmont Richter. But their up attack, like, just up smash is just straight up, like whip, like literally vertical, and no range to it, left and right at all. So it's kind of very particular, and I tend to miss that a lot. So it's like, I gotta get used to that, but I haven't gone back. But yeah, Bowser, I feel like I just destroy everything with Bowser. So it must be Bowser. I don't know.
Yeah, Bowser's fun.
Yeah, he has 2 down smashes, or down, stomp type attacks.
Yeah.
That are just
his,
devastating.
Down air and then his down B does it too.
Both just drop down, so I can kind of alternate, because I know if you use one move over and over, it gets weaker. At least that's how it was on N64 one, so I assume it's the same. Yeah. So I just kind of go back and forth on those. I don't go crazy with those, but if there's a group of players, I'll drop right on them. Even his up B or whatever spins in place, but if you do it in the air, it launches him up with his shell. Anyways. Yeah. So I've been playing a little more Smash anyway. That's what I was going to say with competitive fighting. That'd be cool to play. I don't know. Oh, Dead or Alive 2 I had on PS2 as well. Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore. That game I played a ton of, because it was like the only game I had for like a year until Zone of the Enders came out anyway. And then I bought that day one, and I kind of regret it, but I enjoyed it. But came with Metal Gear Solid 2 demo anyway. Anyways, do you have anything else to add to the show? Wrap up if you want.
To wrap up?
Yeah, I think you got one more thing. No? Nothing else?
Nothing really.
All right. Well, one thing I forgot last week. Where can people find you?
I thought we already went over that. Maybe not.
What, this episode?
No, I mean last episode. No, what do you mean by you forgot?
No, last episode. I'm positive we didn't end with that. I'm pretty sure.
I think I briefly said it. I don't think you asked that.
I think I forgot maybe then, and then you might have came in, because I was thinking, man, I totally forgot to usually write it down, or I just make a point to try to end on that. But so maybe I forgot, but maybe you remembered. But yeah, where can people find you?
Where can people find me?
Couple places. Maybe.
Couple places. You can find me on Twitter.
Awesome.
At Cheetar02.
And you're tweeting more, I noticed.
Sadly. You can find me on anything probably with that, because I was smart, and everything is the same.
Yeah, I'm the same way. We're smart people.
So
don't have to change our PSN names or nothing.
Yeah, I'm never changing my PSN name.
Same here.
So
but on Twitch, Cheetar02, right? Are you gonna be streaming anything soon?
Maybe. I was gonna stream yesterday, but then I had to go do errands and stuff, and
gotcha.
Not today. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I had stuff today too, so I don't know. We'll see.
Gotcha.
If I would stream, it'd either be Crypto the Necrodancer or maybe Final Fantasy Adventure.
Oh, that'd be fun too. I keep forgetting you can stream Switch stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that'd be fun. Where can people find you?
Same deal. ZMS101 everywhere. Follow me on Twitter, because that'd be cool. I post a lot of artwork. Actually, I just did something last night that I'm going to be working on again today. I have a Pinterest page where I save tons of stuff. I can talk about that too. But I save like tons of like reference photos. A lot of I have a board. I don't know if many people use Pinterest. I still get thousands of views every month on there, but whatever. I don't think it turns into anything, but I still want to keep posting. It's a good archive for either reference photos or just every bit of artwork. Our podcasts go up on there too. Again, since I get so many views. And all my Year of Creative Habits stuff, so the 365 days of art that I've done in the past, are all archived on there. But I forgot, So the first one I did was 2014/2015, and I did all that on a different website before Patreon and all that, and then I moved to Patreon and started posting all my stuff on there just to kind of have a spot where all my stuff is. And then also on Pinterest, I wanted to upload all my artwork for that in order and have the day next to it. But I forgot that I started it like 2 years ago or a year ago or something, or longer than that. Yeah, 2 years ago. Never finished it. It takes so long to upload each image because there's 365. And I guess I stopped at 280 or something like that because I went there last night and I was like, oh, I forgot. I never did finish this. So now I have all the artwork on there. It's not literally 365 because there's a couple days where I made like a video or certain things. I did other artwork or creative content. So there's really like probably like 262, let's say, or 362 days of art on there. So I finished all that, and then like I said, I have like a reference board on there with a whole bunch of like I've been practicing like lady faces, like female faces and that, and Pinterest has tons of models and images and stuff. And just weird, or not weird, that's not the right way to put that, but if there's something interesting in a face or something, then I'll save it on there, and then I'll sketch it out, but I don't sketch it like one-to-one. I always make it like abstract and weird. So anyways, follow me on Twitter for that kind of stuff. I just posted one yesterday. And something I never ever advertised. Let me bring it up here. Is my Ko-fi account or coffee account?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's here. It's just /Robert Chapman. So yeah, anybody can buy me a coffee on here. Not a literal coffee because my stomach does not like coffee. But yeah, it's $3 or whatever, and I just post all my artwork on here if anybody wants to support me that way, rather than like a subscription on Patreon or something, which people have came to me before and said, I want to support you, but I don't like the whole subscription thing, which is totally cool. So anyways, yeah so I'm Zemus 101 everywhere, except for I guess on Ko-Fi I put my actual name on there, but yeah, that's it I guess. Twitch as well, obviously you're here, so well yeah, some people could be on my YouTube, but yeah, it's Twitch or it's twitch.tv/Zemus101, and I might stream some stuff later today actually.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, maybe I gotta figure out what though, because like I still got Witcher that I'd love to start up and show people, but I don't know. Most people have seen Witcher. It's my close friends like you and Steph and some other people that haven't seen it. So
yeah, you know what you could do?
What's that?
You could do Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Yeah.
To catch up, and then also I feel like just because that game is popular right now because of the Hyrule one, like I'm sure you'll get views for it in general.
That's a good idea. I might do that. It won't be right away. I got to eat something for dinner, and I want to do some art stuff too, so it might be later tonight. But yeah, that might be a better idea. That's a good idea, and that way I'll be definitely focused on the music. You know. So
yeah, definitely.
Maybe I'll get some people in to make fun of me because I'll probably be horrible at it. But
I'll try to be there, but
that'd be cool. But it's not expected. You got your things going on.
Yeah, every day. One more thing.
Oh, okay.
So we already talked about this basically as well, but we should bring this out with the audience again. Hello, audience. Basically, we're experimenting with the format of the show.
Yeah, not going to be all news all the time because there isn't always news. So
yeah, exactly. We shouldn't really focus on news. From what I've seen personally, and then what you've kind of suggested as well. People watch or listen to these types of shows for the people. They don't necessarily listen to them for the news.
Exactly. So there's enough of that out there anyway.
So we plan on like bringing more topics and stuff, having little fun games like we try to do, like I tried to do earlier.
Definitely.
Except they would be more prepared next time.
Well, no, that's totally cool. Yeah. I just want to be more casual casual.
Yeah,
casual,
casual fun. And also, please write in the comments. Please message us on Twitter or some sort of.
Send an email.
Send an email, right, at
zcpodcast1@gmail.com.
You almost said Zed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I should say Zed because it sounds better than when I'm saying it together. Zed.
Yeah.
Which is weird. ZC Podcast. 1, like just the number 1 at gmail.com. I'll write it on the screen probably for next week. I might do it tonight even. So
email us, give us
any comments. Email about anything, like just comments, suggestions for games or topics.
Who knows? Like depending on how much interaction there is, maybe we can have some sort of segment where we have a segment where we do the topic that someone suggested.
Absolutely. And right now, there's a very high chance that we'll probably read it right away and probably do it because, if anybody writes in, we'll definitely probably address it.
Yeah.
So. Or even criticism too, obviously. We're still figuring things out. My computer sometimes, it didn't seem to like the first draft there, the first little bit we started, but at least it was before we got into the E3 stuff anyway. So we got kind of 2 sections anyway.
Yeah. The only criticism that we won't take is we're not going to add cameras anytime soon.
Yeah, true. I do when I'm streaming because I got one on my PS4, and if I'm streaming retro stuff on here, I got my laptop camera, but it's not quality, and it's like someday I'd love to do that.
Same here. It's just I would need to get a different computer, and I would also probably have to have an actual setup.
It's way more likely I'd get a better computer and then a mic before even thinking about that. Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting a mic recently, but
cool. I think I want a computer. This one's been falling apart forever. It's still it's probably 5 years old or whatever, but it's pretty good.
This one's only 3 years old. So
and then the other one I have here is a lot newer, a couple years old, but it's also a lot weaker. So when I bought this, it was like $800 and a big screen and everything. So, but anyways, let's wrap this up. But so you know where to find us now and where to write in, and you're not going to be in next week, but we're still doing a show. We'll figure it out.
Okay, I will not be there regardless. Because I'll be fun. I'll be fun. I'll be having fun.
You'll be fun.
Yes.
Fun incarnate. But I'm still going to do something, so we'll figure it out. Whether it's just me talking about a couple topics, or maybe I'll get Steph on, or we'll figure something out. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, might be a shorter show, but we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
But anyways, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and take care.
Goodbye.